Hello friends and fellow reefers. So 28 days ago I diagnosed this tank with a sand-based variant of dinoflagellates known as Amphidinium. And this one I deployed a quite aggressive countermeasure and I defeated it in 2 weeks. And if you're interested, have a look in the description below for links to this episode, how I approached Amphidinium. But it sent the tank in a bloom of cyanobacteria. I'm not too surprised, yet a little bit surprised how aggressive the bloom or quickly the bloom got. And yeah, that left me 7 days to think, consider what to do. And yeah, I ended up with here the starting point of this video, that to counter cyanobacteria I need to reestablish the microbiome with healthy bacteria. So I started dosing or seeding the microbiome or the gravel with Microbacter 7 according to the dosing schedule. On top of that, I also deployed gravel seeding. I have an area in the sump where I keep sand, but I don't have it lit, so there is no of the photosynthetic nasties growing on that sand. So I seeded the gravel in the big tank with the dark kept sand from the sump, so also seeded with the gravel. And then I figured out that yeah, I need to help green plankton and bacteria, but basically the UVC but also the skimmer, they're not really helping these guys out. I mean, they're working against the UVC and they're working against the skimmer, so I reduced skimming and reduced UVC as well. On top of that, I fired up the macroalgae reactor, which I've been talking about in the blog of this tank, and this is for the long run to decrease nitrates further. And where did that put us? Yeah, it actually put us in the position today on the 28th day or 4 weeks in that we still have the situation where dinos have lost and cyanos, so they are definitely losing now. And as you see on the dirt on the glass, we have that diatomic, they're winning. We have a green plankton, they're winning. Bacteria winning as well. I'm still not satisfied with green plankton. I mean, they're an uphill battle, but reduced skimming and reduced UVC hasn't been on for that long, so hopefully we'll turn the tide and I have something prepared. The nutrients level is on nitrate 9.2 and phosphate 0.02, and this bugs me a bit. With everything I've done and all the mess I'm doing with the gravel, I still can't kick phosphates up. I think one of the reasons here is actually the bloom of cyano or the bloom of dinos that I had in the tank. But yeah, I'm gonna work with that one going forward. On the macrobiome, yeah, I do have a problem with corals and fish. They are starting to look stressed. One of the tanks has an infection on the eye, and the corals, yeah, they've lost some colors, so I need to be a little bit more careful about the gravel replacement and gravel cleaning. Going forward, I will focus on that I'm not able to get the phosphates off the ground. I've been testing 0.02 for quite a long run now, and 0.02 I actually interpret it like that's the resolution of the HANA checker. My interpretation is that I actually zero out phosphates in the water column or the inorganic phosphates, and I think that's one of the reasons why I can't get green plankton off the ground and bacteria. So that leads me to dosing phosphate into the system, and that starts now. I will try to bump it at least up until 0.05, so I know that I have a detectable phosphate level. And yeah, so I don't anticipate anything drastically happening in the next week or the next 3 or 4 weeks. And I think it'll be another 4 weeks until I have the sand fully white again with a stable and healthy microbiome. At that point, I will do a fifth video on this episode on re-establishing a healthy microbiome on the sand bed after a bloom of Amphidinium, dinoflagellates, and cyanobacteria. That leaves us to the end of this 4 episode series. What we're looking here at the table is, on the actions, I basically have it, I feel that I have it dialed in right now. I have all of the players on the field and I have the response that I am anticipating to get. Now I just need the tank to stabilize and that we start shifting the focus on the diatomic, the green plankton and the bacteria. With that said, I thank you for your attention. I wish you a pleasant day. Please drop a comment or leave a suggestion if you have a better proposal on how to beat dinoflagellates or cyanobacteria. And I think it's case by case, and sometimes you have to understand the case before you beat it. But I think we learn together in the hobby, so please feel free and share and learn together with me. So you have a good day. Bye bye.